Shout out to everybody here on the live. Dang it. Every time I do something new. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Just wanted to show you my new computer. It's sitting here. Not going to happen right now. Well, like, yeah, look. This thing is... I forgot that I put that camera there. I copied it over. But I was like, hey. This thing is sweet, though. Let's just, you know, you're going to notice the performance difference on the stream. For sure. We're going to notice just a faster feel. Beautiful graphics. We're using a brand new AMD. Look at this thing. I'm gonna take my, like, this thing is just $5,000, man. I spent on this puppy. I did not, you know, write off for the business. And this thing is a workhorse. AMD Radeon W6800 Pro. Workhorse right in there. Beautiful, beautiful motherboard. We got the cooler system. Man, solid state drives. Things ready to rock. Anyway, I'm super excited about it. I probably shouldn't be. You probably don't care. You care way more about the chat. So let's get into the charts. Let's get it going. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's get the lemon water flying and going up. And, you know, today I saw this mix. I thought it would be a little better, but it reminded me of, like, GTA. So I put it on today. Look, it kind of went with the stream settings. It's called Follow the Trail. I'll show you in a split second. Let's get that lemon water chugged up. Let's get it going. Hope you're doing well out there in the world. I could get even bigger here. There we go. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Hey, I get no respect over here. Oh, that's amazing. Even, yo, this lemon smelled extra pungent. What do you guys think about the new audio? Everything feels spiffy. Let me know. We're going to jump on into the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Let's do it. Let's do it. First time on the brand new computer, everybody. Is there any latency? Let me know if there's latency. Do you see latency? Let me double check in with everybody. When you stream every day, you got to use a few streams to figure it out, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. 100%. You look very fit, sir. Thank you so much, man. I am. We have a finger splints ready. Break your fingers on the like button, man. Isn't that the funniest thing? You got to give me credit for that. That's the funniest thing. I think that's funny. I should laugh at my own jokes, but that's hilarious. You know what I mean? We have finger sprints ready and waiting. We have finger sprints ready and waiting. You know, sounds absolutely crisp, clear, and amazing. I know, right? Short the market. Everything seems very fluid, very crispy. How bad is it? I watched, but look great, bro. Thanks. And look, I even had to show the computer on the bottom of the screen. This thing is rocking and rolling, baby. Look how beautiful it is. I always saw these cool streamers with their cool computers and look at all my LED lights, and I always was like, I want that. You know what I mean? Now I have it, so it's like, it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? Can check the focus a bit. Oh, okay. I'm not. Really? I thought I did, but I did hit the computer later on. I mean, that's the crispiest I get. You can see, like, every little hair on my chin. On my chinny chin chin. Much love and happiness. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 409 people, 171 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? Everyone, if you're new to the channel, I go over cryptocurrency every day. I don't do the news. All right, just to make that really clear. I do not do the news. All right. I like the new PC. I just finished building my first one last year, man. So awesome. Focus is perfect now. So beautiful. 6,000 AMD processors, multitasking will be amazing. 6,800, babe. Yo, and look, you can even notice the ticker. If you notice the ticker, go watch my other streams. The ticker is smoother. I've noticed it. The frame rate is way faster, man. This thing is banging on them. Dude, the computer I had before was amazing. It really was. It was an amazing computer. I'll show it off. You know, I think it was the hottest thing in the world. This thing was a beast. I mean, it was a beast. Look at the air cooler in it. The air cooler was huge. It had two GeForce 990 Ti. It had two graphics cards. It was a monster. The power supply was like 1,400 watts or something. This thing is a monster. My computer now is bigger than this thing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But and I'm gonna build this one up and make it a backup. I'm gonna re-motherboard it, and I'm gonna get it up and going, and I'm gonna have a backup. So everything's gonna be okay and ready to go. So we will never miss a stream. Let's get into Bitcoin. Enough about computers. You guys don't care about the computer, but let's get it moving. So shout out to everybody here. If you were watching me earlier, or you were watching the live stream update in the Discord, we talked about Bitcoin being in this flag. Look, shoulder, head, and shoulder. Here we have huge resistance yet again, right? Where Bitcoin just cannot get above the zone at 19,400, all right? Nice big move that it did make up to the 19,000 range. So we got a low range. We got a high range here of resistance. And we got a low range down here for support, all right? Now, when we look at it really closely, at first I was like kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, but it's getting elongated. It didn't dump from there, and it's attempting to make a shoulder inverted. It's attempting to make an inverted, okay? Wow, that computer was heavy. I'm like still breathing. That's crazy, right? Well, look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder. This thing can move to the upside on the radar, which is the radar, right? So that does resemble an inverted head and shoulder, all right? We have to say, and it could break to the upside. The measured move is about 68%. That will get to about 19,571, all right? Sam, can I have the old one? I got to make it a backup, man. I appreciate that, though. That thing will go down in infinity. Honestly, I would never give the old one away. I just feel like it would have like some type of like forensic evidence of like my life. You know what I mean? Like nothing. I did nothing wrong. I swear, I didn't do it. But you know what I mean? Like there would just be it's just too close to home. Like that thing, if it ever goes anywhere, it's getting burned. You know what I mean? I don't want anyone having access to that computer. You know what I mean? Because it's like all the crypto stuff I've done. Yeah, I just don't. I feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Chilling and shilling, baby. Have you named the new one yet? No. I mean, Shelby? I like the name Shelby. You know what I mean? I haven't named it yet, no. I did not name. I never named my computers. I've never named my computers. Never in my life have I done that. They're inanimate object. I call it the computer. Pretty good name for me. But hey, let's take it. Who wants to name the computer? Whoever names the computer, okay? I'll give you like, 2 free weeks in the trading group. If you're not in the trading group already, all right? If you're in the trading group already, I'll give you the beginner's course for free, okay? So throw out some names, and whatever I like, it has to stick. And if it sticks, and maybe I won't pick any. There's a chance I just decide not to name it, But throw out some names, and if I see something that really, really hits me, then, you guys get to win something cool. You know what I mean? And we should put this on Twitter. So you guys are going to, look, see, I got the engagement. What should I name my new computer? Head over to the tweet. Okay? What should I name my new computer? Winner gets a free trading class. What should I name my computer? Winner gets a free trading class. Tweet that out. All right. All right. We got a lot of people in here too. Majestico. All right. So now that I got the chat rate pumping here, you're going to have to go and put your same name back there. I'm going to have to pick it on Twitter. All right. So I feel bad now. The God, Richard, Lifer Gang, Black Diamond, White Goat. I like the White Goat though. That might have to stay. The White Goat, yo. This shit. Excuse me. The White Goat. Excuse my language. The White Goat. That's amazing. The Nebulizer. The Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah, the Nebuchadnezzar. Yeah. The Kryptonator. The Dumputer. Cindy Lou. Lifer Gang War. Sparky Samson. I want to talk to Samson. Black Diamond. The White Goat the White Goat is sticking with me right now. The White Goat sticking with me right now. Anyway, let's get back into the chat, into the charts. I got to do what I got to do. I'm trying to find some money. So let's look what's happening in the market. So can Bitcoin get a bit of a pump up to the upside is the question. Let me take a look at the 1 hour time frame. We're double bottoming And we did hold this beautiful support line on the 1 hour. So you can see we have controlled support at 19,133. Aha, right? 19,133. Can we bounce to the upside is the question for Bitcoin, all right? Lack of bearish momentum here on the MACD suggests that we may. That is a double bottom, a W with a measured move. The problem is the measured move isn't that high. It could barely get us above resistance and really almost not even get us up to another region of support. At the end of the day, we didn't really touch the top trend line. I just feel like we have to come up here and just play around, and then we're going to dump to the downside. So I believe the 1 hour will pump up, for the afternoon. When it's low, you could get a little move. No guarantees at all. I'm just going on what the oscillators are showing me. You are low, though, and we could eventually... Let me look at something else here. I'm going to look at the 4 hour. And I want to look at the 4 hour clean, too. Bear with me. I'm also going to bring you ES1, so sit tight. We have a lot to go over today. We have a lot to discuss. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Without your time, there is no show. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you tuning in every single day. We're here 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 9 p.m., bringing to you live the markets. We're going to talk about the S&P, the Dow Jones. We're going to look at the total market cap for cryptocurrency, the total market cap of all the altcoins. We're going to talk about dominances, Bitcoin dominance, as well as U.S. Tether dominance. We're also going to look at the dollar index. We're going to talk about the Fed. We're going to discuss world markets. We're going to break down financial discussion. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a blast. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, as you see right there, okay? Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. So look, right off the bat, Bitcoin defended well the low, right? And if we look at this area here on a macro scale, we had a low, we had a high. We still are hanging with a higher low. However, it is barely, but we are hanging with a higher low, and we did kind of hit this same, see that resistance, that bounce here for the support, which was, it was this nice support area. We did bounce off support. Now, where did you get rejected and why? Well, we use what's called the VRVP here on the right side. It's as simple as I can explain it. Most people don't realize that, but you came here, you bounce. You were playing with the VPVR, all right? It's very simple. Once you got tight, it was obvious that you weren't really going anywhere. And the tighter Bitcoin gets, the more I know a move is coming. So if you watch my channel, I said a huge move coming when we got into this tight wedge. I knew within 24 to 36 hours, Bitcoin was going to have a massive move up or down. So what the beautiful thing about trading is, people say pattern trading doesn't work. Hogwash. What it does is it tells you when things are about to happen. You'll be within, you'll get the anticipation. So like you could watch these, when we pattern traded this too for fun on the smaller time frames, but here it was like, and I said to everybody, I said, it's not that hard to trade this market. Take a deep breath. I said, I use the stochastics RSI. We found, what we did is difficult though. Like we figured out all the different time frames. We mix and match time frames. We dodged the market maker by using BOOKMAP. Like there's so many other things going on. But if you take a deep breath and simplify it for yourself, go to tradingview.com, type in indicators, type in RSI, type in stochastics RSI with divergences, okay? And all you're going to do, is watch this indicator for, give it a month, and give yourself ideas, paper trade it and make some probability assessments, do some scientific data analysis. You know what I mean? And I've done this before, and I'll do it again, but I don't want to go too long, but overbought up here, beautiful short. Then we couldn't come up here. You can see it's bending each time. Still a beautiful short. Here it bends, a beautiful short. Here it's above the dotted line curving, a beautiful short. Again, above the dotted line curving, a beautiful short. That's also known as the cat ears pattern. Here it was above the dotted line, hung out above there. If you started building the short above there, beautiful short, beautiful short, beautiful short, beautiful short, beautiful short. See, boom, boom, boom. All coincide with the high stochastic RSI. So when the stochastic got high here, and we were getting, and so I knew, basically by being a trader, that when patterns get tight, they are eventually going to break to the downside. And we got super tight here. Tight. And the tighter we got, the more idea that there was going to be a drop to the downside. So when I saw that, I said, okay. So now, as a trader, right, I knew my pattern, and I knew that within a day or two,
there was going to be a massive move. Now, I didn't know if it was going to be up or down. But what I do know is I backtested the stochastics and I said, you know, even if you had never traded before in your life, and I gave you this indicator and told you these two things, and you were able to backtest, and you could be like, you know what? And sometimes I'm telling you, simple is amazing. And so even right here was the perfect place to begin the short, which is where we did. You know, but we started here at 2120. The beautiful thing about this short was it started here at 22,800 with a stop loss at 22K. And you didn't even get your stop loss hit. And just a straight downtrend to the downside. You know what I mean? We shorted a bunch of altcoins, ETH short, Phantom short. When these happen, you get paid on the altcoins even more than Bitcoin. So anyway, we're back here again. And the idea was, if you looked at the 22-hour, okay, it was getting overbought in this region, see? And it was getting high. So now I'm like, okay, I know a big move's coming. When this oscillator is low, usually the move's up. When this oscillator is high, the usually basically 100%, it says like 90% of it says basically 95% of the time, you're going to break to the downside if you're high on the bigger time frame. So with those two simple things, shorted the market for gains. All right. We had other ways of doing it, support and resistance. I kept saying if a candle doesn't close above regions, but I just want to show you how simple things can be. If you take a deep breath and you don't buy 1,000 indicators, this is a free indicator, 100% free. Stochastics RSI. I'm just, you know what I mean? So you want to simplify this stuff. You want to take a deep breath. So like I do the same thing when it comes to long-term Bitcoin accumulation. So let's all take a deep breath right now and ask ourselves, where are we? What is going on? You know what I mean? Everyone's scaring you. Mt. Gox, right? The Fed, it's all over, right? Everything is over, right? I mean, to me, this bear flag broke to the downside, you see? But we could be double bottoming on support here now. It's a bit of our last leg of support here, right? And where did these two candles close? As you can hover on them and see, this closed at 19,091. This closed at 19,007. Hold on, yeah, close. Oh yeah. No, I want to see where it opened. This opened, yeah. So 19,291. All right, and we are below these closes already. You see what I mean? So we just broke what's called weekly support. That was weekly support. Your last place where these candles had closed. You see? 2-week chart also, even though it's low, is getting a bearish cross, like it could hang down here for a while. And it could. It could. The weekly, not in our favor, pointing to the downside. It is attempting to do a bend here. See this bend? We're going to watch this closely. If this does start to bend, that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be a double bottom. All right. Now, on the weekly, 17.5 and 19 are the same price. It doesn't matter. Likely, this is a double bottom. You see what I'm saying? To the weekly, but, you know, I'm not actually, what I mean is to the weekly, it doesn't, 19K and 17 are the same. Like, it still represents a double bottom. You know what I mean? So we don't know, but we'll go from there. You know, shout out to all the lifers jumping on in. Thank you. My name is Sam. Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, get on in. You got a pillow behind your back? I don't know. Are you sitting? Are you standing? I'm at a stand-up desk. So I'm doing this standing up. I love doing that standing up. It's the way to be. All right. I've been standing up now for a lot of shows. We're coming on our 600th show, everybody. Show number 600. And I don't take days off, so that's like 600 in a row coming at you. Some days I did 2 episodes, though, right? But I have been live streaming since February of 2021 without a day off. You can back test it. I want someone to go back and find the last time I took a day off. If someone can go find the last day that I didn't stream, the last 2 days that didn't have a consecutive live stream back to back, I will give you 3 months free in the course. So if someone can go find the 2 times and then show me, look, you streamed here, but you didn't stream here. I don't know if you find the link or how you do it. I don't know. It's going to take a lot of time, but it is worth $270. So it's another thing I'm thinking about. You know what I mean? Arabella. Okay. Some new names here. We're going to look at some more names here. We're also jump on into the Twitter at cryptolifer33. What should I name my new computer? Okay. Winner gets, I should have said what the winner gets, right? In the, you know, the flux capacitor. I kind of like that because flux, you know what I mean? The flux capacitor. Fluxat, you know, Fluxmaster. Fluxmaster. Fluxmaster Funks Night. Oh, man. Fluxmaster. The Fluxmaster. Hey. Bitcoin Stream Machine. I kind of like that. The Bitcoin Stream Machine. Pretty hot. The Optimus Lifer. White Meridian. That's the Gatsby. That's kind of hot. The Gatsby. Excalibur. Lemon. Jarvis. The Boss. Lifer Storm. Mad Gainer. I like Mad Gainer. Hermes. Yeah, the Greek god of commerce. Lifer. Krukabot. Yo, keep these coming. Juicy. Alfred. These are awesome. Borislav. Data. Keep these coming. Only 11. I want to see like 100 in there. These are awesome. These are funny. Jump on in there, everybody, please. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll get a like for the lifer. I'll like your tweet. Make sure we go through every like and get a tweet, a like on the tweet there. Thank you so much for participating. That's so nice of you. Okay. So you can see how, though, we are breaking support because this candle is attempting to close below this lower candle. It's not a good sign at all. All right. One last thing I keep talking about, right, is total market cap too, and we're going to take a look at that in a second. I want to see how the simple or the smooth moving average is playing with the price action. Now, again, we can't even begin to get a bull run. And again, my hypotheses and how I trade is based on tight moving averages and moving averages being far apart. When they're super tight, it's telling me that there's something going on. So right now, we can't get a move back up to the upside for Bitcoin until I start seeing these moving averages get nice and close and tight. So that means like the 21 may have to close below. These must have to cross. The 200 stays above. Then when they come back above the 200, usually you're going to have at least some type of bump. At least the 21 touching the 200-day moving average. You know what I mean? Did we bottom? Everyone is screaming, did we bottom? No, yes. I mean, here's the deal. You could potentially say this is the length of the pole. Like, that's an honest, and that gives you a negative Bitcoin, right? So whenever I see a chart that gives me a negative, and that's really how you would have to play that, right? So fine, we would go conservatively and say, okay, just the length of this pole because we had some support and resistance here. So you take this support and resistance line, and with that, you make your pole. Okay. It gives you a bottom, and what's interesting is this pole matches exactly this line of liquidity of the point of control at 11,000. So, and honestly, if we hit 11,000, it will be like bling, and we'll probably come out back up to like 13, 14. We'll play games from there. We'll hit 17, back to 15. Then it'll be like 6 months. We'll just hang out. Altcoins will still have fun. We'll still play out. I want to talk about yesterday, Fly going up 1,000%. Who here saw the altcoins going up 1,000%? Who here knows what KuCoin is? Who here uses KuCoin on a daily basis? I want to know. Do you use KuCoin on a daily basis? I want to know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers, everybody? This is an interactive show where I interact with you. You interact with me. We're also going to go over coins. We're going to talk about a lot about the market. We're going to break it down for you. I'm going to teach you how to look at ES1, which is the S&P futures. I'm going to show you so many ways to figure out the market if you stick with me. All right? No, me. KuCoin is amazing. All my trading, KuCoin, all day, every day. KuCoin is my preferred platform for losing money. I love this guy. You're funny, man. Coin, I like that guy. Give him a star. Sam, I use KuCoin on a daily basis, brother. Went to chase the green candle on Fly. I didn't want to chase it. I know. Sammy, should we get out of LUNC? I can't tell you what to do. We'll take a look at the charts, though, and then you can assess what you want out of the information of the support and resistance, stochastics, RSI, and you do whatever makes you happy. LUNC is scary right now. I love KuCoin. Only here for the foot jokes. I tried to make one faster. I tried to make one off the tip of my toe. Lunch freestyle, Luna freestyle. No. Perfect, bro. That's where I buy my Blocktopia, baby. Lost the most there, but we'll 10x that back soon. KuCoin on a daily. Okay. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. Appreciate you in the socks, kid. Shout out to the 700 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 335 people on the likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? It would be greatly appreciated. You would humble me, and you would push us to great new lengths on the show. We had 1,000 people on the live stream last week. It was amazing. I would love to get back up there again, but it takes you to hit the like button. It takes you to pump us up. My energy was flying. I was really pumping high at the speed of light. I was like boom, 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 boom last week. I was on one of my, just like streaming. But please hit that like button, everybody. I've worked out today. I feel good. I hope you feel good too, So shout out to you and yours. It's Thirsty Thursday, baby. That's how it used to be in New York. I shouldn't say it anymore, but it always reminds me. Thirsty Thursdays. So we could be making a giant double bouton. which is a double bottom. All right. Daily is over, trying to curve here, making some sense, making a move. Do we have bullish divergence on the daily time frame? Not really. To me, it's a little slight. Nah, it's slight. It's like class D. Like, it's very, There was bullish here, which did possibly call the bottom, but we are testing the bottom yet again for sure. You know what I mean? So there is a chance we double bottom. How do we figure this out? The smaller time frames will break us above like this resistance first, right? Then we'll use that as a bounce. We'll get above this, and then we'll start seeing bullish signs in other places that'll coincide and give us what's called confluence. We'll be looking for combined influence. So you take the BINE off, right? You take con, add it to influence, you get confluence, all right? That's also a falling wedge on the daily time frame, all right? The 22-hour actually did have some bullish divergence, and that's a pretty big time frame. And so far it played out, but for it to fully play out, we have to get above the resistance. You know what I mean? We could roll over here for sure, but some signs of life on the stochastics RSI. Okay, some signs of life on the 22-hour. I did show that this is possibly going to be a bounce last night, and we got a bounce. I want to see if I can find that chart in the Discord. Shout out to everybody here on the Discord. Appreciate each and every one of you in the trading group. Thank you for jumping on in. And if you're in the Discord, you get so much from so many. Not just me, too. Like, the group is just infectious. Last night, we talked about the idea, are we going to make an M pattern, or are we going to break out of this fall? Eventually, we just kind of made the M, and now we're still sideways, right? And these are all the different charts that I'm posting. You know what I mean? We talked about the dollar index bouncing to this low area. It did. All right. And I don't want to give all the way the special sauce there. There's a lot of sauce in there. But here, like, we're showing you the 22-hour for Bitcoin. All right. Before it really made too much of a bigger bounce, and it's showing you, like, that's some bullish divvy. We could get a move to the upside here on the 22-hour time frame. And, you take that to the bank, and we did get a bit of a push-up. You know what I mean? So, not amazing, but we got a push. We got back above 19,200, But now we have resistance right here. Like, so you've got the daily, and like, if we move up to the 22, you see it right here. So we're sitting here, look, bounce, 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 bounce. That was our quadruple bottom. And so, of course, that's going to become resistance. And we got rejected by it nicely. So here's the deal. You draw a flag. If you stay in the flag, you can remain bullish, and you can break out to the upside. If you do not, and you begin to break down from the flag, or you see on a really small time frame, like the 7-minute start to do that, which is a bearish retest, then it's very high likely we're going to come down to the bottom of the pattern. To me, it's most likely we drop to the back here to the bottom of the pattern. This would be 18,291. Still wouldn't be the 17,000 low. You know what I mean? Still wouldn't be the $17,000 low. So, like, we're hanging on by a thread, but if we can get the bigger oscillators to push down on us, and what I mean is get exhausted, you know what I mean, and not get and just like, so if we can just creep through this low, it's like squeezing orange juice real slow. We can do this short squeeze nice and easy, you know what I mean? And that I would have to coincide with that wick there, and that level would be 18,566. So you're looking at 18,500 in my humble opinion. All right. To me, that's the likely, like, as 60 to 70% probability. It's more likely we head down there than anything else. Okay. In my humble opinion. But there's no guarantees in life, and there's no guarantees in trading. So we're going to watch the smaller time frames and see what they give us. Right now, the 1 hour is going sideways inside of a bullish rectangle for now. For now, it's a bullish rectangle. At another time, it may be something different. There's no guarantees. We don't know. You know what I mean? But for right now, it's a bullish rectangle. So, also, this used to be fair, and now it says excellent. See that? Excellent. At 4,197 kilobits a second, 30 frames. We're banging on them. Banging on them. I could actually never run this in the background. This thing is just doing damage. Look, it's doing all the other streams. Look, it's running everything so smooth. Look at this. I don't want to overbear it, but I mean, it's doing music. It's doing the streaming. It's nailing it. Heck, I got Fiat Weekly still running in the background. I used to have to cancel that out, and this is just nailing it. This thing is doing damage. Oh my gosh. I'm putting it to the test right now too. And you know what? It's quiet. You don't even hear it, and it actually is blowing out cool air. It's doing amazing. And that's another thing. Never use a graphics card without the proper drivers. You could burn it on the first night using it. It was super hot the first day I used it. They did not install the drivers at Micro Center. You know, Micro Center in Boston, tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm telling 787 people, you know, you did a great job. You built the computer, right? But they didn't install the AMD drivers when I got it. So only one monitor worked. And I'm sitting there like, I had to rebuild my old stream, do it. It was crazy. Anyway, so here we have, look, a shoulder, a head, and a possible inverted head and shoulder here for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at it on the 15-minute time frame. Kind of see one in here too. But 1, 2, 3, can we break to the upside? 15-minute is seeing some resistance now, possibly continuing sideways. All right. Remember, the smaller time frames, what they're going to do is they're going to break down in what's called bearishly retest. See, this is look, this broke up, did a bullish retest. You see that? It couldn't get above. Couldn't get above. Couldn't get above. Resistance. Resistance. So it had multiple resistance. It broke above the resistance and bounced off of it. Used the resistance as support. That was called an SR flip. Okay? A lot of times an SR flip will also be coincided in a cup and handle. This kind of wasn't a cup and handle, but you know, you'll understand it because you'll have the cup. The handle will come down. You'll be making your support and resistance lines. You'll see the handle will stop at a previous support and resistance. And usually one where the cup was hitting a resistance, like a cup top. You know what I mean? That then pushes the chart. You know, that then gives you the idea. So everything goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Once you learn support and resistance, you'll learn the cup and handle. You see how the cup and handle brings you to support and resistance, you know? Or you learn the cup and handle, and then you learn support and resistance, and it's vice versa. You learn Fibonacci, then you learn support and resistance, and you see how they overlap. It all is one. One is, you know, the deeper you go into technical analysis, the more you find it's one just big, huge, raveling maze. And sometimes the maze overlaps itself and double crosses itself. You know what I mean? It's pure, for me, it's purely fascinating. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is like a bit of a broadening wedge. You know what I mean? So right here, the measured move is about 20,048. All right. We either get to 20,048, you know, that's like, you know, and again, that coincides with, look, this same area, which is our next big node. And again, we could come up here, and if we don't get above the high volume node, it's a beautiful place to short the market. So if we get extended on the 1 hour, which it looks like we may, take a look here, and we can't get above this idea, I mean, that's going to be a beautiful place to short. And we're likely to short either to here or to this high volume node. You see, like, so you short, when we can't get above here, we short right down here to this node. All right. Just like, look, when we got above here, if you pull this node out, we fought it, we used it as support. And where do we go? Right to the next bigger node sticking out right here, this one. And that's why we're sitting at this shop, because this is where the liquidity is. The volume, you know, as I said before, it's like a kid going to a kid going to a Halloween house. You stop at the house with the most candy. If you see, like, there doesn't look like anyone home, or, oh, that guy only gives, like, one Hershey Kiss, you're like, I'm going there. So you skip places that don't have the moolah, the liquidity, you know, what you're looking for. And price action does the same thing. You know what I mean? And you want to trade with the herd because the herd's doing the same thing. So, like, the herd's going to short here and likely sell here on the short. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised. And, again, you don't always do exactly what the herd does, but not the herd, but the smart money, people that are following behind the scenes. You know what I mean? The herd of traders. You know what I mean? Not like the actual masses of the herd. You know what I mean? So take that. You begin to use this indicator. It's called the VRVP, the Visible Range Volume Profile. Please begin to use this indicator. It'll change your life. I'm telling you right now. You'll see things differently, clearly, and it'll be more apparent what's going on. All right? And you'll understand where the support and resistance is, why certain areas don't get respected, why certain areas do get respected. And everything will kind of coming together. Okay. Elliott waves not working so well on Luna C. Man, I don't use Elliott waves at all. At all. Lunacy is taking every cent back. CJ Baker, man. I keep losing all my scalps. Lunacy going back to $1, guys. So just buy what you can. Not selling grandma. You're funny, man. That's what he says. I'm not saying that. I just read that. Super chat, SUTER, right? SUTER, which is like a privacy coin. I believe a privacy layer for transactions on the blockchain, which I think is pretty good, you know? Because everyone wants the blockchain, but we must develop privacy in a proper professional manner. You know what I mean? You know why I'm not using Elliott Wave? Because it never was needed. It's like I've been out in the wilderness, and I had a bunch of tools, and I've been out in the wilderness for 3 to 5 years, and I never, you know, the bear didn't kill me. You know what I'm saying? I was able to survive. I didn't get my foot didn't rot off. You know what I mean? And so I just choose not to use, I choose not to use it. You know what I mean? Okay. Can we buy the beginner's course? I'm always working. Yes, you can. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com, and my wife will send it out to you. Okay? Send it out to you. When your PC lights turn green, I'm bullish. Pretty cool, right? I'm glad to be back with my crypto family. Shout out to Gregory the Sniper, my man. Come back to reality, Sam. That's it. I'm retiring some jet skis, and we're going out. I'm renting. Yeah, why can't we, man? We need to, man. We need to. So Bitcoin's in this flag, all right? And this is kind of the day, all right? This is what we're looking at for the day for Bitcoin. BTC. Let's take a look here. And remember, liquidity starts to dry up late into Thursday afternoon, especially, you know. But we are getting into September. We beat through most of those summer slow liquidity months. September is usually starts to pick up the pace towards the end. October is a fun month for trading, I'll tell you that. A lot of volatility, a lot of movement in October. So get ready. It's exciting. So, yeah, I mean, shoulder, head, and a shoulder, still holding here at the side. No reason why I don't believe we could, you know, go up or down. And at the end of the day, you could call this heavy resistance. So if Bitcoin can't close a candle above 19,300, I would short it today. You know, so if the 1 hour gets really high here, or if we do what's called a fake out, like you see us come up but come back down, and if we can't close a candle on the 4 hour, you know, above a certain region. So if you don't see a candle close above, right here, you know, we don't get somewhere into this box, short the market. Okay, in my opinion, I'm going to short the market. You do whatever makes you happy. But if Bitcoin can't get above this area, I'd be looking for a short continuity, you know. And I tell you, it's more likely, as I said before, that we break down from the top of the channel, you know. But let's see what the 1 hour can do. The 1 hour might just dump us down like this and continue to dump. You know, just because it's low doesn't mean we're pumping up. We're going to watch support and resistance in conjunction. The smaller time frames will oscillate, and they'll give you the go-ahead. They'll tell you, no, yes or no. Right now, the 7 minute is low, you know, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, you know. 7 minute is trending to the downside as we speak, right? And showing you that the green area is significant resistance, okay? That will lean on the 1 hour, and we may never get to where we want to go, all right? So that's why we watch these time frames the way we do. So Bitcoin, I'll keep you updated. We'll watch it throughout the stream, but Bitcoin sideways for now, okay? Sideways for now, and, you know, showing some signs of life on the 1 hour time frame in the 15, all right? I've already talked about the resistance, right? And I've told you where the probability lies. It's more likely we head back down to these areas. Can we double bottom is another beautiful question, okay? And so this is what we're going to be waiting and watching for. You know what I mean? If we double bottom and get a boom here, we'll see low stochastics, 4 hour falling wedge, bit of a cup and handle, and like we'll play, you know, the story will change, and the probability will change depending on the scenario that we're in. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for this possible double bottom here for Bitcoin. Highly likely in my humble opinion, but anything is possible. We're going to take it one step at a time. Also, once we do get up, look at this POC that we're going to have to deal with, and we may just not get above that and then still dump back. Do we get a retest here? You know, so many ideas, and that's later on, right? But I'm playing 3D chess with myself, 4D chess, 6D chess, trying to be a step ahead of the game, putting myself where I believe Bitcoin will be going if it does this and that. if it does this and that, if it does this and, you know what I mean? And that's chess. Like you look at what what the player may do, and you think of 10 or 5 different things, and you plan them out in that direction. 1-inch punch like the button. Snap the keyboard for the man. CJ is getting on my I love you, Chris. I love you, Gina. Take a deep breath. We love you. I just try to just only look at positive energy. You know what I mean? So look, wow, look at this. So we this was just a proposed idea that were we in an inverted head and shoulder. S&P broke to the upside. Is it a real move? We had a dump. We just took a beautiful V-shaped recovery back to the upside. Still looks very similar to a head and shoulder pattern. Could be just a high right shoulder, something of that nature. You know what I mean? But what a move. We are getting overbought on the 15. 1 hour still has huge legs, though. So 1 hour is just getting started for a move. This is a flag that broke to the upside. S&P actually has some work to do. It has some legs. I mean, that's interesting. What if the S&P gets all the way back to 4,058? That would be unreal. That is the measured move, and we are pumping pretty nicely. Lately, we've been slightly decoupled from the S&P. Bitcoin has been slightly, they didn't follow each other as closely as they used to. It's been a little interesting. So when we watch this closely, S&P has been technically, we should see a huge pump for Bitcoin now. We're not seeing that. Not like, you know what I mean? So Bitcoin's been in its own little bit of a cycle. But let's see, the S&P tends to front run Bitcoin. This is the futures market. So you get a pump for the S&P futures. 5 to 10 minutes later, we should start to see a pump for Bitcoin. All right? Different POCs. We got above the POC, though, and that was, look, resistance, resistance, resistance. Let's see if this can be a real rally, right? How do we know that? You go to a bigger time frame. You want to see the 4-hour candle close above 4,000, and then you look at your previous resistance areas, and you're like, all right, resistance, 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 and this is your big area. I have it circled, so you need to see a 4-hour candle close above 41. Remember, was it 41.41 I said yesterday? Yeah, but let's say 41.80. I'd love to see a candle close above 41.80 on the futures market right there. That would be the key. All right. Shout out to everybody here. Anyway, Sammy, when you get a chance, can you do some TA on Luna C and USDT? I really, when someone tells me to get some rest, I find it very offensive because I've slept from 10 a.m. all the way to 5 in the morning. So, like, I got a beautiful 10 last night. You know what I'm saying? I got a beautiful 7 hours of sleep, and I feel amazing, and I worked out. So when you tell me to get some rest, like, I actually get offended. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you. It sounds like you care, but, like, it just sounds kind of rude. Like, so apparently you think I look tired. I appreciate your input. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sam, not you, brother. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Spiro, he says, oh, my God. But see, I don't know, man. I don't know who you're talking to. You know what I mean? You should put a name there. You're writing at me. You hate him. Don't hate him, man. You're beautiful, Sam. Shout out to Gina. Thank you. I love Spiro. He's a really nice dude now. Now I feel bad. See, you know what I mean? I shouldn't even read it. That's why sometimes I stay. I just want to look at the super chats. Since joining your group, I'm doing massive gains on Bitcoin. I'm an ape in your Discord. We'll never thank you enough. Can you check EOS or ETC if you have the time? Thank you so much. Send in a super chat if you can, man. It just does the right thing for the group. How do you screen set up the asset description and display the center of your screen? Right click here, hit settings, and there's a watermark. Right? Symbol, display watermark. Last price, let me see. Trading, appearance, watermark. And you'll get it. All right. Okay. All right. So the futures had a nice pump. I'm trying not to read the chat, man. Let's all focus on the trades. So I'm looking at this pump, and we're getting hot. We're getting the move. 50-minute is going to get oversold, right? So we want to see, but looks like we even have some legs here. Let's look at the 7-minute time frame. 7 minutes a little spent. So it's all about this flag. 7-minute makes a flag, and the 7-minute will continue to the upside, right? And that's my style. You'll understand it one day if you keep watching. It'll make sense. And there's the pump for Bitcoin. We said there was about to be a pump. See, it will pump after the future market pump first, though. We were about 5 minutes ahead of the pump for you. How did I do that? Like a magician, right? And we should see Bitcoin pump out of the pattern now, just like the S&P did. All right. So we're also going to slap on some BOOKMAP. Oh, I forgot I'm not BOOKMAP today. I'll get it up and running tonight, I promise. But you can even look at BOOKMAP on another site. Now, the one thing my old computer never did would play another YouTube channel, right? So we should, BOOKMAP runs BOOKMAP every day. You know what I mean? He's live trading right now, live session. But here's BOOKMAP basics. Oh, is this like a tutoring? All right, this is tutoring, yeah. I used to see BOOKMAP just running like all the time. You know what I mean? Here's BOOKMAP basics though. Watch this and this is how you really learn how to use it. I did a tutorial on BOOKMAP too. It's really good. I would definitely check it out if I were you. So yeah, I spent it was like an in-depth analysis, So find me here at BOOKMAP and you'll check it out. You can learn so much. So much. The spoons always scared me. Yeah. The spoons? Jesus. Jeez Louise. I don't know what you people are saying today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing. I'm changing the music, though. I'll tell you that. I'm changing the music. It's got to change. Let's go, baby. It's just the music, man. It's all about the music. If you don't have the right music, you don't have the right movement, you don't even look at the charts, you can't even make the good money, baby. The music makes you the money because the music gets you moving, baby. It's crazy. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's get it going here. Let me get off your seat. That music just wasn't for me. It was just hurting my vibe, baby. It wasn't flowing with me. I had to get it moving, baby. I had to get it moving. Shout out to each and every one of you. Can I get the likes up to the watchers for a living, baby? I do this for a living. I stream for a living. Let's say it out loud. I stream for a living every single day of my life, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you. It's one of my many jobs. I also trade for a living. I also teach for a living. I also dance for a living. You know what I mean? Dance, boy, dance. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. So even though we were just doing our thing, at the end of the day, I showed you how to watch S&P mini futures and how to predict which way Bitcoin price was going to go. We showed you this candle was going to get green before it even happened, and we showed you how to do it. You know what I mean? So we're teaching it every single moment of the day. You come here, you're going to learn something, all right? We're not just going to float over information. We're going to teach you the ways of the world, baby. Hey, cryptolifer, I got removed from the Discord. Not sure why. How can I regain access? Just email cryptolifers@gmail. Email cryptolifers@gmail and say, hey, I don't know what happened. And we'll figure it out. You never know. Every once in a while, the Mi6 bot could do something. You never know. You never know. It wasn't working last week for a second, the automated way. And so there's just a chance. We also, we have an assistant, and there's a chance they just, they accidentally did the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Are we pumping? I mean, we look to be pumping. I mean, the 1 hour is oversold and wants to make a move with low stochastics with a lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. So, today, I suggest a move to the upside. You know what I mean? 19,573. Now, it could just be a fake out breakout, and we could end up at the bottom of the pattern. So I am expecting a bit of a move. How high the move is the question. That is the question. Okay. Sorry to get everyone excited. They're like, are we pumping? We're pumping, baby. We're pumping, baby. Yes. 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 It was 1976. I had just put on my first pair of Nikes. They had just come out with the new Air Trader Cross Traders. I laced them right up nice and tight like I do, with the back around the ankle and everything. I got ready for the run. I just put on my shoes. I was going, and there it was. After 2 miles of the run, I stood in front of a giant elk. It tried to hit me with its big antlers, but I dodged it with a left swinging. Babe, I've been in every movie, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to win every award. I'm Maki Wahlberg. I love cryptolifer. All right? Enough. Don't make me become a sniper again, babe. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. And one thing though, my friend, he is staying he's staying for the weekend. Can you come on the live, man? Jared, come on the live, man. Man. Nah, he's like, nah, he's shy. But he says what he does the voice of Peter Griffin on Family Guy, you know what I mean? And he just wants to say something to you guys. You know what I mean? He just wants to say, he just wants to say a little something, nothing crazy. Come on, man. Come on, I'm just gonna grab him, all right? I'm just gonna grab him. Hey, everybody, my name is Peter Griffin, and I just want you to know, if you like cryptocurrency and you want to come to Quahog, Rhode Island, then you should watch Cryptolifer every single day. I mean, I've never seen a guy work harder than that in my entire life. It's insane. He works 700 million days a week. He puts 9 days into the week. I don't know how he does it. Me and Chris sit there every day, and we wonder, how does the Cryptolifer work so much? Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you so much. Lois, I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot so far up your... Hey, Brian, let's go for a walk. I need to go get a beer in Quahog. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on in. My name's Peter Griffin, and I love you all. The Cryptolifer for life. Man, I love when he does that. It's so amazing. So amazing, man. So amazing, man. So amazing. So amazing. All right. 757 people. Can we get the pump to the upside? That's what we're looking for. Can we get the pump to the upside on the 1 hour time frame? 15-minute is going to cool down. 7-minute is going to flag on out, as I showed you before. So flag it out. When in doubt, flag it out. Look what we see here, though. I spy with my little eye. Look at this. An ascending triangle. Who else saw it? Did anyone else see it? Be honest. I know you saw it. You just didn't want to ruin the show. But I know you saw it right there. We may have to highlight it. One, two, three, four. And we out of the door over here. Up to the upside. So, ascending triangle does look somewhat bullish. S&P has legs on the 1 hour time frame. So, we go sideways okay. We're a little pinned on the 7-minute time frame. Let's see what happens. But I am bullish. I'm bullish on this move right now. We're going to watch this ascending triangle. It is a 50% pattern, which means it can go up or down 50% of the time. Now, we could even come down for a double bottom and still make our way sideways out of this channel to the upside. 1 hour and 15 minutes just need to stay. So the 7-minute and the 15, all they need to do, they don't even need to pump. If they pump, it's great. All they need to do is stay inside this range, right? So they just need to do whatever. And then when the 1 hour, really just boom, boom, and we can get up to this next resistance point. All right. So we're watching this closely. That's what I see here for BTC. All right. And I already gave you ES1, which is the S&P Mini Futures, and you can see it continuing. Ooh, look. So the flag's going to be a little higher now. Oops, sorry. Flag's going to be slightly somewhere around here. This will make a flag, highly likely. You watch. Now, what we don't want to see is this just dump all the way back to the downside. Why? How are we going to figure that out? We're going to look at the dollar index right now and take a look-see. All right. What is the dollar doing, everybody? How do you feel about the dollar? All right. Look at that. Isn't that funny? It's almost a similar triangle that Bitcoin's in on the 7. See how they mimic each other so well? See how they're following each other? Now, that's a symmetrical triangle. That breaks up or down 50% of the time. You don't really want to worry about the 7 on the dollar. I tend not to look at the smaller time frames. I want to see what's going on here. So look, we went over the bearish divergence over and over again. First, we said we can't double top. We want to double top. We can't get above the zone. We did. We broke above it. But when we broke above it, we made extreme bearish divergence. You know what I mean? Extreme bearish divergence. Like I double clicked this. What is bearish divvy? Well, you have a swing low to swing high, right? So this is your high. That's your secondary high, right? Now you can see how we broke out and we're retesting the same top of our line. This is a bit of a shoulder head and a shoulder too. Look at that. But we broke to the upside on the right side. Swing up to swing up. On the RSI, it's swinging to the downside. My RSI is this red right here. This is a downtrend from this point to that point, trending down. But this is trending up and shows you signs of weakness. However, I wanted a massive dump out of this channel, and we just came to the bottom here. The 4 hour held. you know, and to me, that's another move back to the upside possibly. And that's just Bitcoin going sideways back down to like 18,005. So that's now a worry because if we get a 4-hour pump there, you know, so that's not going to happen till later on tonight. It shows like the dollar index wants to begin to dump here at about 11. It takes about 6 to 10 hours depending. So it shows that we could get some altcoin trading. We could get some Bitcoin trading. There's high probability that it's going to be our afternoon to shine. Thursday's my favorite day to trade in the week. It's the freest day. Friday is bleeding into the weekend with the low liquidity, right? Then you got Saturday and Sunday, don't even get me started. Then you got the Bitcoin weekly candle close. Then you got Monday, false move Monday, which sometimes bleeds into Tuesday. Wednesday's all right. Thursday's all right. So I like trading Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are my favorite times to have trades open, to look at positions. I'll trade any time, but those are just where the volatility is a little encapsulated and at least you have a little protection. You know what I mean? It's not as volatile, you know, and there's a little less, you know, there's just more people too, more movement, right? A little more volume. So the DXY, let's take a look. 15-minute, a little overbought too, very similar to Bitcoin. So, but the 1 hour is getting rejected. And look, the 1 hour couldn't get above. Look, resistance, support, fell back above, resistance. So can we hold below 110 and begin to dump here on the 1 hour time frame? That would be grateful. You know, and if we pump, can we just pump very slightly on the small time frame? 1 hour suggests we could make another move to the downside here. Might be making, look, a shoulder ahead. We just make a right shoulder there for the dot. So I want to see the 1 hour drop. Area we're looking at is somewhere here to 109.41. Not that big of a drop at all, but at least some type of relief for Bitcoin. You know, we want to look at the bigger time frame, and the bigger time frame did get the dump here. Bearish engulfing candle. It's what we all wanted. I was like, you know, like, if you think about it, Bitcoin barely got a relief rally for that dump too, though, you know, and dollar already trying to bounce back to the upside based on the 4 hour time frame being oversold. So, and it's getting the bounce off. Look, the bottom of the pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, bottom, you know. So we'll watch it closely. We'll keep you updated. But right now, you know, it's on sketchy waters. It's on sketchy ice, whatever you want to call it. It's sketchy, but it is overbought on the 15 and the 1 hour, and that would likely give Bitcoin some relief as this drops to the downside, which would help trade altcoins. So what you're trying to do is, you know, as a trader, is you're looking at all these indicators, and you're looking for the one that gives you the most amount of probability, right? And so over time, you'll trade really well a few times, and you're like, well, what was happening? And you'll go back, and you're like, well, this was here, and that was here. And you're like, wow, so the next few times I want to make a trade, I should go after these same parameters. You know what I mean? So trading teaches you how to trade over time. You just keep doing it, and then you'll be like, well, what did I do that time? And you'll backtest. You know, so some people, you know, you could spend hours and hours building everything, or you could just do it until your subconscious mind like reworks each trade, and you figure out kind of what you were doing, what you were up to. So look, we talked about this possibly being a double bottom. It did. It fell a little lower, made a W, and it bounced back to the upside here. But 1 hour's overbought now and not able to get above the zone. Somewhat correlated, right, to the dollar, right? It's weird because, you know, Bitcoin has room to pump on the 1 hour. So does the S&P. S&P is far more correlated than the Dow Jones is to Bitcoin. I mean, together, they've been pumped up together because of the printing money. That's really kind of what made them correlated, the Dow and Bitcoin, just the money printing. But as money printing subsides and we see some fear in the market, you know, people will eventually hedge themselves into Bitcoin, and people will eventually hedge themselves out of, you know, other riskier assets. You know what I mean? So can we continue to pump 15-minute and the 1 hour? Yeah, 50-minute has a little more leg. Dow Jones, I'm showing you here. We want to see the Dow get above the zone. All right. We saw some bullish divergence. It was even here on this indicator. You know what I mean? Okay. Celsius in fresh trouble. New court filing for Celsius. Kind of worries you a little bit, right? Celsius in fresh trouble. New court filing for Celsius says company hid financial woes and misled investors. kept telling, hey, sign on up when they weren't really ready to go. It's kind of whack, man. Who knows if that's true or clickbait, though. Do a deep dive, First mover, Asia. Why DeFi is targeting the institutions it wanted to topple. Crypto prices rally. Institutional DeFi is growing at a rapid pace, and some research firms said this niche sector will attract over $1 trillion in investment capital over the next 5 years. Bitcoin rebounded above 19,000. People use a little bit of hope, though. Matic is trending in the past 24 hours. The reason is mostly speculation regarding the Ethereum merge. The Ethereum merge, man. The Basilix, it sounds like Basilix. We'll look at it though. It's noted by many that the Matic underperformed over the past 24 hours compared to Ethereum. However, the majority of the social media speculation leans towards Matic outperforming positive Ethereum price movement in the future. I mean, I always have a bag of Matic, a pretty big bag too. You know what I mean? USDT is the top trending in crypto today, hot on the heels of yesterday's news on Binance no longer supporting USDC, right? And Tether is capitalizing on the USDC FUD by announcing a giveaway today to win Tether. Binance has announced that they will be adding popular trading pair Luna USDT tomorrow. Oh, wow. This is all sharp contrast to merely a few months ago where FUD was all the USDT was dread and USDC was the only safe stablecoin. Powell's top trending in the global finance in anticipation of his speech today. The speech will follow the U.S. lobby jobless report, but it is also regarded as being an insight into the FOMC decisions later this month. Many are expecting volatility in the markets. Yeah. So Wall Street slips as Powell sticks to hawkish stance. Okay. September 8th, U.S. stock index slipped on Thursday after a broad-based recovery in previous session as the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's hawkish comments cemented bets of another large interest rate hike later this month. But doesn't that begin to bake it in? And I think that's why we saw a move in the S&P. You know what I mean? And Bitcoin did get a spike, but it is holding this tight zone. You are very overbought in the 7-minute. I would expect some type of recourse, Either we get a short squeeze blast to the upside or we pull back to this area and get a bit of a bounce. That's what we're looking for, all right? Good morning, Lifer. Just waiting for my refund from Lux Algo, and I'm coming to school. Hey, man. Shout out to you, man. Hey, no, and I don't want to hate on anybody, but hey, it's a competitive world out here, right? And everyone is competing to teach or, people are selling indicators, all sorts of things. I want to get you so you don't need anything but yourself. I'll turn you into an independent machine, and you'll be able to go on your way. You know what I mean? And you'll be able to teach other people. I'll die tomorrow and my legacy will live on forever. I'm going after a legacy right now. I'm chasing legacy. I'm not chasing money. Money comes with legacy, but I'm chasing legacy, baby. I used to literally sit at school and go to the library and read autobiographies of all different people that inspired me. I used to read Wikipedia, and Wikipedia really blew my mind. And everybody was right with the new computer yesterday. I didn't have the gain turned up inside of the program. I had gain here, but I didn't have gain turned up inside the program. You got to have gain up on your OBS studio if you want to make it real. All right. So now we're trucking through. We're trucking through. We're not done yet with the hard work. And then we can have fun with the altcoins. All right. We're trucking through, though. We're trucking through. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 760 people, 517 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for jumping on it. How are you getting a refund from Lux? I found it to be the most pointless indicator. I want a refund too. You know what? You know what's funny is I always try to research it. So I went like 6 months ago and I'm like, all right, I just want to know what these people think about it. And I wanted to compare it to my system to see just what it does, I just like to rework them so I know how they work. And then I just throw them in the trash again. So I bought it, right? But I put the wrong email. And then I got charged like $140 for like 4 months straight. And I never used it once. So I called my bank and I put a cease and desist on that thing, and like, you know what I mean? Like, don't, and they're actually working on a refund. So we'll see. They're a good company, nothing wrong with the people. So I don't want to, I think they're great people, nothing wrong with them at all. I don't promote it, and I never used it. Good to know that people that did use it are, whatever. Who knows? God bless everybody in this world. I just want to be a nice person that talks great about everybody. That's all. I want to be known as a nice dude that never said a word about anybody else. So that's it. That's what we're going for on this channel. High frequency living. Love is the strongest frequency. If you use love, you will live in love. You will have the strongest frequency in your life if you live in love. I'm telling you right now. So What do you think about Market Cipher? B. It's all right. I don't know. Again, you know, exactly what I just said. I love everybody. You know, shout out to everyone and what they do, you know. But like Jerome Powell, anyway. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm going to jump into the alts now. And I'm going to look at total and total 3, and that will be a perfect place to kind of shimmy on into the altcoins, right? What is total? It's the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency, okay? That's what it is. Everything is in this bugle, all right? Bullish megaphone, all right? What it is a broadening, widening, bullish. It could be a bullish broadening wedge. You see what I'm saying? Come back down. Usually, it will come right to this area and bounce. It'll bounce right there for a bigger move. You know what I mean? But again, there's no guarantees at all. Like, we're going to take it one step at a time. But this is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency doing exactly what we see the same within Bitcoin, you know? What's interesting about this, all right, is when I go to this on the weekly, and I've been talking about this, and no one else has brought it up, but everyone talks about the simple moving average, the 200 simple, and says that's when the bear market is. And I'm like, yeah, of course. So we bounce off it. We bounce it. Usually it's the bottom of the bear. You know what I mean? And we have our moves up and down, but it's the bottom of the bear market. And, you know, we didn't close below it here, even though we tried to. And we just wicked off of it here. Again, look at that. So for the total market cap, until we close a candle above here, there's a chance that we did bottom, everybody. There's a chance that we did bottom. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at the total market cap. And look how much higher this low is than that low. Bitcoin's a lot closer. Bitcoin's like 17. They're right next to each other. But the total market cap, that's a giant higher low. That's a low. That's a high. That's a higher low. Confirmed higher low on the weekly so far. We stay above the zone and we stay above $1,927 billion. You know, now my whole tune will change. You get a daily candle at like 888 billion. Down here, you know, we could double bottom, but, you know, once we break this level, we start going, this will all change. And if we end up below this 200 simple on the weekly, the smooth moving average. But right now, and I have not seen not one YouTuber talk about this. This is important, you know. And maybe we have this clipped out already. I don't get to watch every clip out, but if this isn't clipped out, we should definitely clip this out. But you guys probably did it already. And I'm so sorry if I was ever too hard. Like, I just want to let you know, I love my team. My team is the best. You guys usually do things before I even say it, you know. So I appreciate everyone that works so tirelessly for the team. I greatly appreciate it. So total market cap, it's on my radar. You know what I mean? And that's an interesting concept to look at and something to think about. All right. Total 3, also above the 200 simple. All right, which is the entire market cap of all of the little cryptos without ETH and Bitcoin involved. It's at $377 billion. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, right? And this almost hit a trill on its own. I mean, right? The highest this ever was, let's see, back on the day, right? What was the highest the altcoins market cap was at? I mean, yeah, they were $1.1 trillion. All of the altcoins hit a trill. I mean, it was insane. So, it's pretty nuts. You know what I mean? $1 trillion. Like, it's crazy. So this asset class is going to continue to grow. That's a fact, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? Look at the daily. You got almost a bullish engulfing candle on the daily. You got a nice bounce here. And you got a way bigger higher low here on the total market cap. See, Bitcoin is closer to the higher low. This is a very interesting thing that no one is talking about, right? No one's talking about this. No one's talking about it. Well, right here at a POC, this kind of needs to hold. It did. So you don't want to see the market cap get lower than $363 billion. Because if it does, that means we're headed back down for a possible lower low to 17 or even, 340. So But we did a beautiful bounce. And now we're holding our next level too, which is 371, 375 on our way past. So we got above, you know, and now we have our next big resistance at 382. Then it's 395. And look, if we had broken out of that measured move, which we didn't, right? And so if we look at this closely, this isn't a falling wedge. This is the entire market cap of all the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? What I want to see too, do we have bullish divergence on the daily? I bet we do. It looks like we do. It's very slight. Is it downtrend? Not perfect. Not enough for me to really want it, but it's close. Does the 4 hour have it? A little bit. Does the 1 hour have it? No. Now I'm stretching. The 15-minute had a little bit right there. Could have had the bullish divergence was in the 15, but that's a falling wedge here, okay? Likely to break to the upside. 68% chance that you get your measured move, right? Back up to this resistance zone, which would take you to $430 billion. Breaking back above 400 would be huge, you know? And so we'll watch this stuff closely. Like everyone else is staring at Bitcoin and all these other ETH, but like watching these total market cap metrics are really a good way to kind of get your bigger idea out and out the way and see where you're going, you know? Let's get back to ES1 for a split second. I want to see how that pump's continuing to pump. Now that's a short squeeze in my humble opinion. When the 7-minute can do damage like that, the 1 hour did look amazing. So it's like the 1 hour time frame just wants to continue and it's pinning the smaller time frames. Eventually these will make a bit of a flag here. All right. Bitcoin should be taking this pump soon. Now Bitcoin's not pumping as hard. Would be surprised. Bitcoin should already be at 19,450, on its way to 19,005. It's interesting, right? We're not getting the correlated move here. Bitcoin is at resistance. Bitcoin is playing its resistance. See? Bitcoin saying, well, I'm at resistance and I can't get above resistance. So it's all well and dandy for you. I get it, but not happening for me right now. You know? Beautiful move for the S&P though. Nice to see the S&P get a nice bounce and break above this resistance. Now I must use that as support. It's at 4,000. That was our had to get back above 4,000. You know what I mean? Everybody, there's 200 people that don't hit the like button. Everyone, if you have to, and you may hurt yourself on your way down to the like button, it's a little click on the mouse, but it's a drop. It's a little bit, sometimes you get a spasm, sometimes you move, and you get a sprain. And so we have ice packs and splints for your finger, you know what I mean? In case you hurt yourself hitting that like button. So just in case, let me know. And make sure you hit that like button. And if you get hurt on the way in or out, don't worry. We're there for you. We'll take care of it. Shout out to the $30 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. We're going to get to every single super chat. I pride myself. I may miss one or two. I miss one or two throughout the year. Like, it's very rare. I try to hit every single one, but it happens. But we're like 99.9%. We get those super chats. Where's Snowy? We need Snowy. Snowy's gone, man. I toss another 50 into Luna slot machine. Emery, I love taking profits, and I don't care how much. I love it, man. I take profits no matter what. I still can't believe anyone is trusting in Luna, right? Man, if they're not trusting in it, honestly, he got salvaged by some big boys that he probably shouldn't take a bite from, you know what I mean? So everyone wants Luna. What's up with Luna? We'll take a look. So if you were with me, pretty interesting, but we pretty much called the Luna move. Someone asked me about Luna yesterday, and I was like, well, remember? I was like, probably comes down, bounce to the upside. At that point, the 4 hour get oversold, and then it will dump to the downside. That was my idea. Came up, and now it's like really high on the pattern, and it's attempting to break out now with a retest of the top trend line. See, that's a retest there. Retests are money-making machines. So, and right there, you're oversold in the 15 and the 1. Ooh, yeah. That's going to pump. Pretty likely, in my humble opinion. S&P looking somewhat bullish too. We'll give it some legs. It got above its resistance, above the POC. It's likely to pump. Again, I'm not guaranteeing anything, and I'm not a financial advisor, but, and I'm not going sideways. I'm going up or down. Yep. Possibly 25% gains coming out of this, and probably pretty fast. Anything is possible. There's also resistance right here that you may never get, and you just make an M. But to me, you broke out of the top trend line. You came down and retested the diagonal trend line. I mean, you know, make it real neat. I mean, but that's, to me, is a retest of this diagonal support system. And that's likely a bit of a move to the upside. So I'd be watching Luna C for a bit of a pump here very, very closely. 15-minute looks ready to bang on you. And again, that's just technical analysis. I don't really care. Really, yeah, I get the scenario. I mean, I also know it's the hot coin of the day, and it's pumping, it's trending. But remember, if it's trending too on Twitter and everyone's talking about it, then isn't it more likely that a lot of people are going to jump in and grab liquidity, you know? Also, if the charts were overbought right now, I would say I don't care how many people are trending or what they're talking about it, and I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't care about it. So to me, it's all about the chart. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news over here. You know what I mean? And Bitcoin could dump in 2 seconds, and this could dump in 2 seconds and turn into nothing. Like, nothing is there's no guarantees in trading at all. All you're looking at is possible probabilities. You know what I mean? They're burning billions of tokens. Soon up to the 0.07. Possibly. Not only that, but I bought the rest of my portfolio and mark it down with it. You're funny. How's the Lifer community doing today? Missed almost the whole stream. I'm dealing with a sick 2.5-year-old. Fun. No worries, Douglas. Everything will be all right. Broke it. It's broken. Call the ambulance. I can't even chart for the rest of... Oh, my gosh. He hurt his hand on the like button again. Horrible. No. Someone just tried to get the free stream 3 months. They're like, can I get the free months now? He goes, hi, September 11th, September 15th, 2019. I started that's when I started my show, man. And I wasn't even live streaming then. I was just like, you got to go when the stream really started. And I said, I'm doing a show from Monday through Friday. And you have to find a day when I decided. I used to take the weekends off. I did. And I'd be like, all right. And then one day I was like, I got to stream on the weekly candle close. And then one day I threw the Saturday night in. And then I did Saturday night again. And then next thing you know, I was like, you know what? I'm not taking a day off anymore. I'm just going to continue. You know what I mean? I don't know when it was, so he'll figure it out. You know what I mean? I like Luna C for gains. I really do. And again, I could be 100% wrong. It is very high risk right now. What would be the reason not to play? So those are the reasons to play. What would be the reasons not to play? Well, there's still legs in the 4 hour. That's definitely a retest, man. I've seen this in my life. That's a retest. That is a bullish retest to the upside. You know what I mean? Like, hands down, a bullish retest to the upside. Sammy, and again, you got to figure out if that's your trading style. I've seen that many times in my life, so I'm all over that. I'm in there like swimwear. You know what I mean? Like, no BS. You know what I mean? That's money. That's money in the bank right there. So yeah, I'd be watching that closely for a bit of a pump. Trade of the day with it's trending too on Twitter. Hottest coin. You got to go with the flow. You know what I mean? You ever hear that? Wow. So everyone, what should I name my new computer? Winner gets a free trading class. 73 people answered this. I mean, this is unreal, right? 73 people answered this. I can't wait. Did he call it bluish divergence? Bluish divergent. That's pretty cool. The flux capacitor. It's kind of nice. I like the Gatsby, the TARDIS, Data Crusher, Big Blue. This guy's funny, and he actually made like a... See, man, wow, this dude like went out of his way to like do something like Dave Angel Rag. He like made a whole like... He took a picture and added something there. Wow. Big Blue. But it changes all different colors. It's not always blue. It's like purple, pink. The Egginator. I like that too. That's the Optimus Lifer. Sexy Samantha. You guys are weird. Bitcoin, it's fresh and white, snowy, man. You guys are crazy. Terminal gains. That's fun. I like that. Moneymaker Divergence Excalibur. The Green Machine. Maximus. B-Hop Crypto. Oh, man. Come on, man. Mad Gator. I can't even do that. You're too much, man. Why are you doing that? Oh, my gosh. The Silver Beaver. Yo, who did that? Who is that? Yo, put that dude on timeout. Yo, come on, man. Oh my God, Lifer Classic. That's kind of hot. We should have Lifer. We should have Lifer and Lifer Classic. You know what I mean? That would be like, you know, like. Dude, this new computer is bullish right now. I'm bullish on it. Snowy. What if I call it Snowy? Just a rather very intelligent system. Jarvis AI. This guy, I love this guy. Who keeps doing? You stop, man. You stupid. Oh man, this is too much. You guys are funny. Okay. We lose 30 people. People just want the charts. They don't want to see me talking about what I'm going to name my computer. They don't care. All right, about the new messages coming in on Twitter. I got to turn Slack off. Yeah, I got to turn Slack off. It's too much. Slack doesn't stop. It like wants to be in your life at all times. That's Slack, right? I don't want to turn off the wrong thing. Okay. So we're still watching sideways behavior, and I told you it was likely we would go sideways. Why? Well, the S&P going sideways. I don't know. There's the pump, though. Out of the ascending triangle. It should follow that S&P pump. Look at this. Because of the oversold 7-minute, it's likely to dwindle. You know what I mean? And this is how you watch price action. You learn how to trade by watching price action. Okay, I want to make that clear. Hey, Lifer, content on the 99. Thoughts on Atom, content on the 99. Thank you, man. Thoughts on Atom, file, and HBAR. Thank you. Wow, 3? SUTER, ETH, AVAX. Atom, file, and HBAR. Wow. One at a time, man. No triple whammies, man. No double dipping. Sabrina Stanley and Avery Collins. We love you, though. I get it is 2 people, I guess, but still. I mean, it is a $10 super chat. We'll get them all done. Atom, Filecoin, and HBAR. We'll take a look at them for sure. Yo, why are you guys timing these people out so much? You know? What's going on here? Do you really, whatever, I don't know. Anyway. Just don't be so timeout happy, you know? Just be a little easy on them. You might not understand what they're saying. You know, I don't want people getting offended. You know, that's all I'm saying. Super chat, SUTER, ETH, and AVAX. Atom, Filecoin, and HBAR. Last Miss Live, January 9th, 2021. Really? Wow. Who figured that out? Who did that? January 9th, 2021 was the last time I missed a live stream. That's insane. Can we confirm that? Because I want to say that for the rest of my life and not anyone call me out on it. All right. Look at this coin. That thing looks like it may make some bacon on the beach there. Look at that. That's a flag on that. High risk, but I would definitely keep it on the radar. Pythagoras. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's take a look at stop. Let's look at plot. No. Oh, what was that? What was that? Store. Look at that, dude. And we got coins flagging. I told you, man, the S&P pump, rest of the market looks nice. That gives you some space for the altcoins to play. 1 hour looks good for Bitcoin, right? The dollar index should pull back. That's a nice Thursday afternoon if you ask me, baby. I mean, that's likely to make a bit of a move. That's only 4%, but it could go even higher this whole length, and it could start the bigger move. You know what I mean? Looking for a scalp or looking for an idea. A lot of other coins look very similar too. You know what I mean? So it could definitely happen. So Store USDT on my radar. A little scalp though, nothing huge. You know. Let's take a look at SUTER, ETH, and AVAX. And SUTERUS, right? Yeah, SUTERUSU on KuCoin here. SUTER been going up. Nice. Look at that. Consistent gains for SUTER. Look how much it's up. 293% since September 6th. That's crazy. How do we... I missed that. That pisses me off. Who was not... How did my elite have this? Did someone not? I come down on my... You know, we have 800 people. This is not in the trading group. You know what I mean? SUTER banging on them. Look, just consistently too. Every single time it's in this wedge, it seems to bounce off the flow. So in a channel, and the whole market's looking bullish. SUTER's been super bullish. Possibly 47% gains out of SUTER coming, right? Look at that. And like I keep it simple. I mean, MACD's turning. 1 hour looks good to me. And we already looked at we looked at the world markets. See, the idea is the trade's more apparent to me because we've already looked at the S&P, we looked at the Dow Jones, we've already done our due diligence about the world markets. You know what I mean? He said September of 2021. Oh yeah. Oh. So look, there should be a bounce up 48% gains to the upside. Look at that. And then you have resistance right here, and right here as well. Okay. 48% gains possibly coming for SUTERUSO. All right. That's on my radar now. SUTERUSO. SUTER. All right. Team SUTER, baby. And you know, it's like every single day, man. I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? Every day. Shout out to the views. 3304. I love it. There it is. Every time. We got it. We got the 33. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So SUTER looking nice. Let's take a look at the next chat on the list here is ETH and AVAX. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Been bullish on Ethereum recently. Look, isn't that channel? Fell right to the downside. Made another flag, though. Interesting. So ETH got boxed out. Low in the stochastics and just dumped on you. You know what I mean? It's a rare thing, but it happens. You know what I mean? Okay, so it's in a falling wedge. It broke to the upside here, right? Got rejected, and it's trying to get back above the zone, and it cannot. It's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Rejection here. Let me see ETH. Let's take a look at ETH on the daily time frame. It's very overbought, and it's in a rising wedge. Not the best sign, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? To me, you got to say that it did break out of the wedge, though, and it's out here, so that's cool. So could it bounce off another area of support and resistance? Of course. You know, you got a level right there. You got kind of a level right here, right? And then you got a POC. So basically, what you were looking for is for ETH to bounce off this point of control right here when I bring out more information, right? It's right here. That's going to be a significant area you're going to be wanting to watch ETH 1574. If it breaks that, it's likely to drop down to here because there's really no node, or, you know, maybe get caught in this area or maybe triple bottom, you know, but definitely coming to the downside. If it stays above this, look for a bounce back up here to this area at about 1760. So ETH's at a pretty good spot, right? It did a nice bounce from 1429 up to 1633. Look at the 33 again. Crazy, right? Anyway, and then look, if you look here, it's at 333 now. Isn't it nuts? Like, it always happens. Like, it's just crazy. Anyway, so the idea is it's struggling, right? But let's watch it. I mean, right now it's in a flag. It's kind of watching the Bitcoin flag, the same thing Bitcoin's doing. Can it break out of the flag? S&P suggests it will, and the altcoins are bullish, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got a little bit of a pump. All right. The cool thing about it was that would get the distance from that POC, and that would solidify the real breakout out of this rising wedge. The rising wedge does want to break to the upside. ETH is already doing them. Measured move would be the length of this whole pole here. Swing it out to the sideline. That would bring you right back to about resistance area, right? For the Ethereum to about, what, 19,075, right? So ETH is looking somewhat bullish to me. AVAX was trending on Twitter. Let's take a look at AVAX, right? Looking at it last night, could it possibly make a move to the upside, right? It's in this giant cup and handle. I'm watching AVAX. It slipped back down though, right? Just didn't want to do the do. Let's take a look at it again, different eyes. Super bottom here, bit of a cup and handle with a higher low, right? 12-hour attempting to cut back to the upside. So you do have a cup and handle, in my humble opinion. Sammy cup and heady to the upside. Okay. Definitely a bit of a cup and handle. All right. Now, the one thing that I will say, okay, is this ecosystem is hot. And I believe it will be around even after, once we get, I believe this is not a coin that's going to disappear. AVAX is strong, and I believe AVAX will stay strong. So it's definitely a project that I keep on my radar solidly for a while. So it's definitely something you might want to keep on your radar as well. All right, 119% gains possibly coming. I got to look at the daily to really solidify if that's going to happen. I mean, the daily is pointing to the upside. You're trying to find a bit of a bottom here. I don't have a lot of faith in this trade. I'm not loving it. I have to be honest. Whatever, you get that, you go through everything, then you get that instinct. 3-day does want to give you the higher low. 3 days a trade, a time frame a lot of people aren't able to trade. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of time. Most people don't even watch it or know about it. So it's like a secret time frame. So 3-day, 5-day, 4-day, all these areas, many people just do not trade these time frames. So could be some slow, quiet gains on AVAX that people won't realize, but then, that's how you make money when no one's paying attention. You know what I mean? 4 hours pointing to the upside here, needs to get above the zone. So you still got the Bitcoin resistance at 20,500, which is the resistance for the whole market, and you still got the Bitcoin dilemma here. So, it could be bullish, but there's, look, resistance, that's somewhat cat ears too, which could break to the downside. The 1 hour wants to point to the upside, but it must get back above this resistance. You know what I mean? So you got a POC there. You get above that, you could get some action. Boom. The day looks bullish, for most coins. So anything could happen. Just I'm asking myself, would I trade AVAX today? Do I want to open? And it's just, I don't know. I think there's better out there for the day, personally. I think there's better scalps out there for the day, but anything is possible. You know what I mean? Anything is possible. Take a look at Atom. Take a look at File, HBAR, and Ethereum Classic, which has been a hot coin, banging on them too. Let's take a look at Atom on KuCoin. So, I mean, this is beautiful. If you've watched my channel, talked about it, or went over these things with me, this is how I trade, I said, hey, Atom's likely to break down. I'd say I like the bounce here. If it breaks there, bounce there. If it breaks down, it could end up there. I was like, but we want to see it stay in the pattern, break back to the upside. What did Atom do? It did exactly that. So you can see my scribble, and you can see price action followed the first. I had 3 scenarios. It followed the first scenario. Ended up staying inside the pattern to the upside. Okay. How do you identify that type? How would you get in there? You can go to the 5-minute. You're likely to find some bullish divergence there. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down, and then you get in on 5-minute divergence, and that's how you play Atom. Okay. Use a bigger time frame to continue the move, but the idea is to find divergence on a time frame that matters. Look at this up down and then break to the upside. Now you're still at resistance for Atom, and you're getting there. So let's take a look. Are you going to break through the move? Atom's been bullish though. The whole world's been on Atom. I keep a huge bag of Atom. I've been holding Atom since $4 and $5 and just never really let go. So I see no reason to get rid of it. It's a hub. It connects multiple chains together. It's an amazing project with an amazing, it's amazing. You definitely want Atom, in my opinion, you want to research it and you want to know about it. Then if you feel the need, you do whatever you want. But Atom is something that you definitely want to know about. You definitely want to have an idea with Atom, and it's going to be here a long time. Cosmos, one of my biggest positions, one of my favorite positions, Atom. Okay, long term on Atom. So, boom, measured move for Atom brings you to 16, and I've been bullish on Atom for a month now. Still has some room here on the daily too that could flip to the upside. Bullish. 3 days coming down, but it wants to loop back up to the upside for a little more gains. Let's see if Atom can get above this resistance and put away this bear flag type of thing that it could be in and get above the zone. You know, I'd love to see Atom back above 1689. That would be amazing. Get above this bigger support and bigger resistance too. And look, it's above a POC. It's headed for the next one, which is $22 Atom. So it's like Atom seems to be on its way, and that's a gap up. Gets above the zone, it's going to gap up to here pretty fast. It doesn't have a lot, you know, it has some chop there, I guess, but not. It's not as heavy, you know. A couple spots, and Atom can get all the way to $22. Not too long from now. So, hey, you heard it here first. Anything is possible, though. Atom on the radar. Let's take a look at Filecoin. Filecoin, one of my favorites in the game for pumping here. You know, whenever it pumps nicely. It usually stays flat for a while, and then it makes a huge move. So, Filecoin on my radar as well. Shout out to the 660 people on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it if you're just jumping on in. Please hit that like button. It's so important that you do. Thank you so much. And shout out to everybody here that came into the live. I really, really appreciate it. Look, the views, 34, 33. Still on the 33 again in another way. First it was 33, then it was 333. Now it's 34, 33. I don't know. You tell me. What's up with the 33? Why is it following us around over here? So look, Filecoin, I have in this beautiful, beautiful cup and handle. All right. Been watching the daily. Daily was low, came back up. I want to see a double bottom here, though. I don't want to see Filecoin break this lower support region that I got going on my big green bar. Could come a little lower to this zone and bounce. But again, that's going to be kind of my line for Filecoin, you know. So can we double bottom here and make a move to the upside? There's a chance that that daily will flip for you. By flip, I mean is that stochastic will just kind of bend back to the upside and get a bit of a move. We go to the 4-hour time frame, and the 4-hour time frame showing some signs of life too. Lack of bearish momentum here on the MACD. Attempting to get a bit of a turn, and look, 1, 2, 3. You've bounced off this area. You've shown some very strong support here for Filecoin. All right. Then I use the smaller time frame for entry. There's a chance, I mean, that you do break out of this. Everyone is somewhat bullish today. I mean, the market is, you know, based off the S&P pump and all that. We'll take a look at it, though. Make sure the S&P isn't giving it back right away. Watch, I'll flip to the S&P. It'll be all red, and you just be like, what? Let's double check. Luna did get a pump. Look, since we went over it a little bit here, trying to make a move out of the channel. This is it gets above there. It's gonna move. Let's take a look at BTC. Oh yeah, ES1. The S&P midi futures. So look, there it is. Finally, see how did you know when it was gonna stop moving? Now what we want this is to be a falling wedge. We don't want this to just give it all back. Like they've been doing this recently. Just give it all right back. Like they pump it up and just sell it right off. We got to stay above this resistance now. This has to be an SR flip. S&P can't just give it right back. It's got to stay back above 39.88. Right? If it can stay above 39.88, we're in good shape. If it just gives it right back, I mean, then what's the point of the pump? You know what I mean? Why do I keep saying you know what I mean? It's weird. You know what I mean? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at HBAR. HBAR USDT here on KuCoin. Hedera hash graph taking a dump, right? And that's probably Bitcoin taking a dump, right? Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin taking a bit of a move to the downside? Yep, 19,236 here. And we'll look at Binance. Okay, so we're getting rejected by the top of the channel, all right? And there you go. And that's why you play support or resistance. Overbought on the 15 and the 7, okay? And you couldn't get above the resistance. That doesn't mean anything. Remember what we said before at the beginning of the stream? I said it doesn't really matter, you know? I said as long as we stay in this range and the 1 hour can clean up. You know what I mean? See? The 1 hour has a little room to the upside. So give us some time. So I switch bearish until I have to. If we come down here and do a bearish retest, then we dump down here. Then it's 3S tokens all day long for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? But right now we got to let this play out. You know, 4 hours do look good on the 3S though. So 3S is like not yet. We wait for the 1 hour to play out, and then if the levels don't get hit, you know, so you're waiting for the 1 hour to pump. If you can't get above the zone, we're going to short the 3S tokens for Bitcoin coming back down here, and all the 3S tokens are going to make good money, right? So we're on our, you got to be ready for the 3S on KuCoin or shorting the market, however you want to short. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. All right. Sideways now. Look for it to come on down on the 15 and the 7 to the downside, to the bottom of the pattern. If it breaks the bottom of the pattern, look for a bearish retest, and then that's when the short should, in my opinion, when I would be opening up a short. Okay. Play off a 3S token. Filecoin will follow Bitcoin. Every coin will follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin doesn't do damage out of that 1 hour, then you're likely to just see Filecoin, you know, break this support level too. So it's a sketchy time, and you know, it's like you got some indecision for Bitcoin now as well, right? That's why it's, you know, a hot trending coin has a little more going for it than anything else today. You know what I mean? You want to be in the right coins. So we see this is like we got the pump already. Did it go up 30% since we last called it? I mean, it pumped up 30%. Look at that. Bang. Let's take a look at it here. I'll look at the daily. I don't know what he's saying. It gets annoying. Right? It's like, what is he saying, though? So, look, we broke that diagonal trend line. And we got back above it. And we're holding it now. That's a pretty big, significant move. All right? You have support or resistance here. All right, so that's a flag, right? The daily wants to point to the upside, all right? Now, the 4 hour also has room on an Ethereum Classic, all right? I mean, if anything's going to be bullish, like this is going to be more bullish than what we just went over. You know what I mean? So there's a chance this does make a bit of a move here. You're oversold in the 4 hour in a bit of a flag. So I like the 4 hour. Lately, the 4 hour has been strong. And let's see if the 1 hour is also oversold. Yeah, so like I like ETC for possible gains here on the 4 hour time frame. Definitely something on my radar. You know what I mean? These little meme kind of moves, and that's 93% gains that could come. I mean, people don't pay attention. Next thing you know, it's over. It happens faster than you realize. You got to pay attention. It's all about preparing. You got to prepare your trades for the right moment in time. That way, when it comes, you're like, okay, I was already thinking of doing this and that. You can't just like do it when you're, you know, that's the impulsivity of trading. That's when people get rocked. They don't have a plan. You got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. Technical analysis innately gives you a plan because you're like, all right, well, if this doesn't happen, then this happens. And by looking at support or resistance and doing things, you become a planner. It actually helps you plan everything in life. It helps every part of your life. It really does. And I would watch the 15-minute for entry. That's how I do it. And it's not easy. And again, if this doesn't make sense to you, then you got to watch every video in the learning library and you got to study. And you got to understand your fibs, your support or resistance. You got to understand your patterns, your divergences. There's so much to know before you even begin to start using money. You know what I mean? There's so much to know before you even begin to start using money, you know? Look at that. That was a tank. Look at all these things. Look, Matic 3L to the downside. We did get our pump out of that, but then, you know, that trend line has to hold. Look, did it? Nope. Second that trend line held, you begin to short Matic. See, like these are ideas that can come at you in many ways. All right. Pre-search banged on him. Banged downside. PBX was getting tight. Didn't make it out the zone. Turned into a falling wedge. That's when Bitcoin tanked. See, it took a lot of setups just to the ground. That's why you short the market see most of your setup starting to lose on a bearish retest, you flip to a short coin. You see? Network tanked. Look at that, to 23 cents in a bear flag. I'm just surprised, like projects that actually had some actually substantial legs that people cared about. Pretty crazy. Everything that was hot fell to the downside. Crazy. It didn't matter. And you'll learn this too. Like you'll go through the market, right? You'll scan 50 coins. You'll find 20 awesome coins. And Bitcoin will tank and take every single setup to the ground and be like, really? Like I just scanned all this and went through all that and be like, yep. Bitcoin doesn't care. That's why you gotta watch it all the time. And the S&P now that it's front running with it. And if you forget these concepts, and then next thing you know, you'll be slipping. And you're like, man, why didn't I take care of that? You know. So, Kyber Network. Let's take a look at the Kyber Network. KNC. Overbought on the 4 hour. I wouldn't touch that, you know, until it comes on down. Daily looks great though. Daily looks great. That's interesting. Daily in the 1 hour look good. The 4 hour does not. So I'd be looking for a breakout and a retest of this area. So that's why you don't like that way regardless, you know, and I'd like the 4 hour to come back down to oversold. But this is on my radar for possible gains. Definitely stick an alert on the 4 hour on this one. And there's two chances. It either breaks out with the 1 hour and comes down, or it comes back down here and stays rejected. Either way, there's a chance this makes some money. I use an alert system, and I'm going to put alerts on KNC. And look, if you're in the Discord, we have lifer alerts. That's where I teach you like or talk about the alerts that I'm using or what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely use alert systems. All right? They can help you because you don't have to sit there. You do your analysis, and then you just say, okay, well, either it does this or it does that. You know what I mean? And if it does what you want, you'll get an alert. If it doesn't, you won't get the alert. And you're like, fine, it didn't do what I wanted. So this one looks like there's some movement here. Set alerts on the 4 hour time frame. An alert is just something, you know, set alerts even if you're not trading, just to watch price action. You know what I mean? It helps you understand what's happening. It keeps you in the zone. All right? I've been watching Apollo. All right? It's been on my radar. I set alerts for Apollo to come to the bottom of the channel. It came right to the bottom of the channel, right where I want it. It's now in the sweet spot. This is where I would be thinking of getting into Apollo. Oversold in the 15, oversold in the 1 hour. 15 minute got a little high. Could break it down. But this is where I start to look at things. Okay. So Apollo did come to the sweet spot. We still have to watch Bitcoin. We still have to be very, very, very careful at all times. Every trade takes due diligence. All right. But Apollo's starting to show some signs of life. APL. All right. The alert, and so I showed basically the alert system with APL. All right. And I'm like, look, the alert hits for it, you know. APL alert hit. Excellent. Okay. SuperChat, SUTER, ETH, AVAX, Atom, File, HBAR, ETC. I think we got them all. Can you look at Ergo? I would love to look at Ergo. KNC cup and handle. Possible. Hey, Sam, you missed my 15-minute cup and handle on the HBAR. 15-minute yesterday. Andre Liban. SuperChats, BRISE and ERGO. So look, APL did come right down to where the alert hit. You know what I mean? Watch the 15-minute. Make sure we don't lose position on the 15. But to me, we're at the bottom of the channel. Up a little bit, we'll come back down. I like, you know, showing signs of life. If you see bullish divergence on the 15, you really do. That's a sharp swing down. That's not even nearly as sharp. It's interesting. I like this coin for gains. APL, Apollo currency. All right. Again, you do whatever you want. I like it. BitGert. And why I like BitGert is it's been hot, number one. It's on the radar. Daily's oversold. 4 hours getting ready to get oversold again. Getting pretty low. And it's bouncing off of a golden pocket, 0.618 area. I mean, BitGert's likely to make another 92% gains. BitGert's still on the radar. So This exchange is moving fast. A lot of people are talking about it. They definitely hit up a lot of social media influencers, got a lot of people. I'm even thinking about trading on BitGert, BitGet. It's called BitGet or no, this is something that actually BitGert and BitGet are not the same. Sorry, this is BitGert. But still, this was the most trending coin like just a few days ago last week. So it has legs. It could do damage. And I pulled the Fibonacci and it's in the 618 golden pocket. So, hey, if it doesn't do it, it doesn't do it. But the probabilities are high, So it's a BRISE reminder here. Thank you so much. That's still in play. Nothing has changed for BRISE. Thank you so much for the super chat and the love. I greatly appreciate that. You're the best. I really believe the January 9th, 2021 to be the last missed live. Prove me wrong for a chance at some free months in the 99. Gregory the Sniper. He's got it. January 9th, 2021. Interesting. Any thoughts on Nexo? S&P is a possible head and shoulders in the 4-hour. Bearish divergence from last high. Rejected from res. Yeah. Bitcoin dumping. I still believe January 9th. Wow. Do you think Bitcoin dumping now or no? I mean, we just told you that it was on the 7-minute, and then when the 7 minutes overbought, it comes to the bottom, and if we come down, we're going to hit the bottom of the pattern. See that? That's all. See? What you're looking for is if we bearishly retest the bottom here, like we fall out and the 7 tries to get back in, that's the short right there, in my humble opinion. You do whatever makes you happy, though. Like, you know what I mean? I know what I don't ask someone. I just look at it for me, and I assess the situation, right? You don't want to break my green zone. You break the green zone, then it's a big deal, right? But it was obvious that the 7-minute was overbought and had to come back to the downside, right? I mean, that was also ascending triangles. Remember, they're bilateral patterns. They break up or down 50-50. Remember, we said it could go up, it could go down. 50%. Bilateral pattern. The ascending triangle. Now, everyone always tries to tell you it's bullish. But really, traditionally, it is not a bullish pattern. It is a 50% bullish or bearish pattern. It's a completely in the middle pattern. All right? So yeah, getting a solid dump, but we are getting overbought on the 7. Like I said before, we can do whatever we want. I just want to see us stay inside the pattern here so that the 1 hour can kind of continue its move to the upside. All right? Sorry, guys, I'm back. My child was having a crisis over Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios. Oh, I'm hope she's all right. It happens all the time. Hey, Sam, never heard you mention the ancient Ichimoku cloud indicator. I just love how it proves support and resistance at times. Look at Bitcoin's 1 hour, stuck in the cloud since it pierced it. Interesting, man. Hey, Sam, never heard you mention the ancient... Oh, wow, now you're going to post it twice? All right, now you're paused. Yep. Now you're on timeout. Yeah, because, like you said it once, man. Like, don't keep, I love you, though, and I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I get it. Luna C could still be pumping. I mean, it's trying to make a flag here now, but ugly pattern, but it's trying to make a little flag here. They're going to keep staking it, you know what I mean? I forgot I had a trade set up. Nice. If your message is copied to your clipboard, it's no longer a message, but spam. Thank you. Just had a similar crisis with my daughter. Wanted a second banana this morning. Hey, you got to do it, man. You got to do it. You know what I mean? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. I'll be back tomorrow for another amazing live stream. We'll talk about where the money is in the market. We'll scan the markets. We'll go through the ups and downs, and we'll break down what I know and what I don't know. You know what I mean? Look, at CPOOL was on my radar for a bit of a move here. Tiny move, but 15% gains coming out of CPOOL. See that? See how that goes? See the biggest gainer for the day here as well. MetaStrike, interesting. The name alone will get you going. Phoenix Dow. eGammy. Oh, I got to look at Ergo. MSWAP. One of my babies. Remember back in the day? SUTER was hot today. Glimmer. And we've been watching Luna C. And there you go. And Anchor had a bit of a move, right? Atom 3L. Horde fell down to the liquidity zone, pumped back up. Pointless move. Like Love. Love did get the love. Look at that. Love tried to get a bit of a move there for Love. Wombat, ERSDL. But even though the market looks too good, it's really like, wasn't amazing. Let's take a look at ERG real quick. Is it ready to recover and go for more with the hard fork of Cardano? What is it doing? What does it want to do over here? So look, I mean, we have this channel, and then we also have a possible that it's doing this, something like that. It's very oversold in the 1 hour, which is interesting to me. Okay, which tells me that it is beginning to respect the smaller trend line inside. 4 hours also oversold as well. That's interesting. Now we took this thing for gains recently. Can we take it for gains yet again? Is the question. All right. Look at our daily time frame, and our daily is a little cooked. A little overbought, but it could be looping back to the upside. I'd like to see it come back to the 21-day moving average. Slap the 21. It's a little too far away for me. I'd even pull a fib here, a mini fib on that. Believe me, might get to see it back at 364 again. You'd be surprised. I'll keep my eyes peeled on it and watch it closely. Going sideways. It is oversold. It's interesting. Could it be in this channel here now that I see in my mind? Likely just to break maybe to the top of the pattern and go tight. But that's interesting. That would be a big move. If everything goes well with Cardano's hard fork and they keep moving, there's a chance this does pump to the upside and makes that move on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. See that? Aggressive entry is right there at the bottom of the pattern. All right. ERG on my radar again. $475. High risk, high reward. That daily's not in your favor, so you have to remember that. Possible move to the upside, though. But the daily's overbought. But heed the overbought daily time frame if that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, get some education, please. All right, and don't go blind. Take a look back at Bitcoin. So look, back at Mr. BTC. So look, we started the show. Bitcoin was overbought on the 15 and the 7. I said it's likely it breaks to the downside to the bottom of the pattern, right? But showing a little bit of a life, and the S&P was pumping. So I was like, hey, you never know, you never know. But the probability was that, Now you look at this, and this is an M pattern now. Okay. It's an M. An M breaks down usually to here. And that gives you 18,700. So, this is likely to continue down. You're pushing down on the 15 and the 7. It's got some legs. You want to see this stay inside the bottom of the pattern, and you want to see this white trend line hold. If it does not hold, you're likely heading back down to 18,700. And then this is going to become your new resistance right here. This level and these two levels. So, and you're not in, less hope of getting back to 20K anytime too soon. So this is actually a big deal. We would like to see this bounce. Where is your hope? Where the hope is that the 7 minute is getting oversold now, and then it's not going to let this go much lower. That's going to be a shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder, and that will break us to the upside despite the 15-minute pushing down on us. So we want to see the 7-minute work some magic here so we don't break this bottom trend line and the support zone and 19K really in general. So that's what you're looking at for Bitcoin, and I'll keep you updated in the trading group for more in the next couple of hours. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you are already doing the right thing. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream, and I can't wait to find out what we do tomorrow. You never know. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. $52.96 in super chat. You people are unbelievable and amazing. 687 likes. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow on another live stream. Be safe. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. Or do whatever you want. You know what I mean? You never know what I'm going to do. But everyone, thank you so much. PC did great. Seemed to really handle the stream really lovely. And I'm excited. So have a great night. Thank you so much. Live in love. Remember, love is the strongest frequency. If you live in love, you will accomplish all of your dreams. Everyone, be safe. Thank you.